everybody, and welcome back to my second video. Sorry I haven't posted more, as I said, but don't worry, I will be posting more. Don't you worry your little fork head. That sounded gay as fuck. And there's some mods on this world, so... And there's one add-on, so...
On September the 21st of 2024, Franco was all alone in his house when he started to hear some mysterious noises from his kitchen. Not wanting to be cowardly, Franco took it upon himself to creep downstairs and bring a fight to the supposed burglar that was invading his house. But little did he know that he would not be throwing any fists, rather running away.
Hindi ko makakaluskos eh. Hindi papasok na daga ah.
Uy, look, you want to see what pill part is.
Gumalo.
Oak.
Yung gumalo yun.
Pill oak.
Franco was quick to figure out that nobody was in the house with him, and he must have been hearing things, but this was disproved when the chair started to move. There were definitely no living people in the house, but perhaps there were some undead ones. This was further backed up when something was launched across the room at full pace, which obviously could not have happened to itself, unless Franco was living in a cartoon. Rumor has it that he stayed locked in his room until his wife came back. Now this next clip on the video is from a woman who we have seen many videos from, and you just cannot help but feel sorry for her. Her name is Donna Ayres, and the chances are that if you are a subscriber of mine, you will have definitely heard of her name before. For you new folks, she is an innocent woman who has never done anything warranting a haunting, and she has been experiencing paranormal instances for months. The leading theory from her audience is that her husband, who had passed away a little while before the hauntings started, was doing these things to stay close to her. But whether it is her husband or not, it is scary stuff.
Hi everyone, posting another video. I've now decided to put a bunch of keys on a tack, to see if they get moving banks, creaks, you name it, not sleeping, waking up at 3 in the morning. I'm just showing you know, that there's nothing there, just a whole bunch of just your average keys on a tack. There's the picture I've got moved, I'm feeling again. Oh! I knew that was going to happen. And there's nothing in my flat, is there not? No, of course not. There you have it again. I hope I've got that, and I hope you see that, guys. No lies, this isn't a prank, this is really happening to me, and it's always around here, and I don't know why. But thank you for that. Yeah, there you go, guys. You're going to get another.
Strangely, the keys fell from the place they were set up, but this did not surprise Donna. She knew that they would do this, and that was the whole point in placing them there. At this point, she had given up on attempting to banish the ghost. The following video happened to the most unexpected of victims, who had never wronged anyone in life without making amends afterwards. His name was Paul, and he and his wife Lou had both raised a loving and Christian family. Together with their 3 children, they were always happy, and whilst there were ups and downs, they always knew that they were happy deep down. Before this video was taken, not one of them had ever been anywhere near paranormal activity, let alone been in the center of it. Paul was the only one present in the house when this happened.
Look at this damn chair. Every once in a while, look at that, there it goes again. Damn. Hey now, that's not funny. Hey, crap.
The chair continued to rock in a crazy manner, even after being asked to stop, which made Paul feel really uncomfortable. He had no idea what to do in such a situation, and his first instinct was to film it so that people would believe his story. After his family arrived home, he showed the recording to Lou, who contacted a ghost hunter through a friend. As far as we know, the ghost hunter agreed to the task, but all updates came to a halt beyond this message. So we can only hope that this poor family does not experience anything like this again. Experiencing a singular paranormal event can be enough to drive even the most brave of men insane, but experiencing a string of events is even worse. A paranormal string refers to several things happening within a short time span, and is essentially just a large spike in ghostly activity. This happened in the house of Mike, so it was a strange shock to him. Furthermore, he had never experienced anything haunting before, and the house that he resided in had been his for 7 years, with no previous poltergeists recorded. How did such a house end up in a haunter video? Well, take a look for yourself.
What you got to say? New Balance. You got now. Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology, every path leads to new possibilities. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Find fresh savings at Family Fare. With card, USDA Choice Fresh Boneless Beef Chuck Roast, $5.99 a pound. And packages of fresh strawberries and blackberries, buy one, get one for $1. Family Fare, in your neighborhood.
Hej, od kilku dni dzieją się jakieś dziwne rzeczy w domu. Ktoś stuka. Kurwa, znowu. Ja pierdolę. Ja pierdolę. O kurwa. Ja pierdolę, teraz jakieś cyrki się ze światłem dzieją. Ja pierdolę. A mać! Próbuję zasnąć. Teraz co chwilę coś mi kurwa w okno puka. Pierdolę. Pierdolę. Nic tutaj nie ma. Kurwa mać. Mam już tego dosyć. Mam już tego kurwa dosyć. Nie mam kurwa. A mać! Nie, nie, nie. Od kilku minut znowuż coś mi... Pierdolę to, kurwa. Co jest? Nie, potrzebuję drugą rękę. Dobra. Jestem, kurwa, w środku. Woda podkręcana. Jeszcze kurwa nie stać, ja pierdolę. A ta suszarka tutaj, nie wiem jakim cudem zblokowała drzwi. Ja pierdolę.
This paranormal string lasted a long while, and had Mike running around the whole house trying to record the next big event. As well as watching all of this unfold, Mike reported a cold feeling taking over his body, and at one point he couldn't move his fingers, which pointed at one crazy theory. Perhaps the spirit had a go at possessing him. After this string, Mike was completely puzzled and went sleepless for days. Fortunately, nothing else happened during these days of stress, so he slowly became his normal self again. After about 4 days, he made the decision to completely dismiss that whole night and pretend nothing happened. But I kid you not, just 7 minutes after concluding with this decision, the spirit struck again.
Cookie fried fish.
This time around, it dropped something from a counter, and this cold feeling waved over Mike once again. He knew that something was trying its hardest to take over his body, but thankfully, he resisted, and eventually, it went away. This is the latest update from Mike, and if anything else happens, I will be sure to... The upcoming video happened to a single mother and her child, which always ups the stakes when it comes to paranormal activity. This is because it is very cruel for a spirit to target such a group, and it shows. The mother was sitting in the living room whilst the baby was in her crib, when all of a sudden the noise of the child's toy started to play. At first, the mother thought that her baby had somehow escaped her crib, to which she had to respond. But no, things were much worse than that.
My daughter's been asleep for 2 hours. She's all the way over there. How is this standing up? Hi, baby. She's dead asleep. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Night, 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 night. My heart is like beating out of my chest right now. What the fuck just happened? So just for context also, because I just kind of yeeted that thing pretty quickly, so you didn't really get to see it, but we usually turn that machine on every night at bedtime. I didn't turn it on tonight. For that thing to be on, like if I were... What the f was that? Okay, my whole body. Mm-mm. No. What is that? No, no, I told you to get out. My heart monitor battery just drained. My sensor battery just drained. That's what's going off right now.
The baby was still in the crib, and the toy was standing upright whilst playing. But this was not the spookiest aspect. From a little ghost girl standing by the door to a child playing with a toy on the ground around 42 seconds in, this was not normal, and the mother had the baby sleep in her room from that point and forwards. Staying in a hotel is supposed to be a nice and relaxing experience for the guests, but this just is not the case when the place turns out to be haunted. Hotels are surprisingly one of the most commonly haunted places on the planet, and people have no clue as to why. Guests who have to endure these paranormal events are often offered compensation, such as future discounts or a refund. However, nobody thinks about the staff. The following video was captured by a staff member at San Antonio Hotel, and he managed to capture a bizarre event unfolding in the staff. Strangely, the trolley launched itself across the room out of nowhere, and the staff member was standing as perplexed as he ever had been. He usually filmed whilst he was in that rear of the hotel, because it was renowned for being one of the worst locations to do work in, and this clip proved that. Using this to his advantage, the staff member who recorded the incident showed it to his colleagues and instigated a pay rise demand for the workers who had to endure life like this. Fortunately, they were given what they deserved. Christmas is one of the happiest times of the year for many people across the globe, with the majority of humans claiming it as the best day of the year. While this is the case for many, though some people tend to dislike the festive season for various different reasons, but none are more justified in doing so than Ahmad. Ahmad's Christmas curse started 3 years ago, when he was woken up on Christmas Eve by some loud banging sounds from the kitchen. Ever since that first haunting, Ahmad's December has been riddled with paranormal activity, and the piece of footage that I am about to show you is the moment that Ahmad managed to catch this on camera. He was in his house hearing some loud sounds, so decided to take out his phone in hopes he could catch the ghost in the act, and sure enough, he did.
Et là, c'est tout, il doit être 8h30.
Matters is serving up American classics at wallet-pleasing prices, like our country fried chicken, hand-battered and topped with homemade gravy. Anything more? It's served on thick Texas toast with 2 sides and a honey butter croissant. That's how we do it. Cheddar.
We're serving patients in very, very isolated communities that have no health care. Cybersecurity is extremely important to our patients and our physicians. All it takes is one attack and it can completely collapse our system. This partnership with Microsoft is a game changer for us.
Donc on est pour en bas, c'est ma copine là, qui fait les rangements. Et c'est en haut, mais que ça se passe en fait. Je sais pas. Il y a quelqu'un ici?
Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Now,
Est-ce que tu peux refaire bouger le Père Noël?
bye-bye.